Rowlett ready to take the draw for Michigan in the blue jerseys. Homestanding Penn State here in white with Gerard Arceri out there. The officials are Mike McCloskey, Keith Glock, and J.P. Bennett. As we are off and running, the violation's going to give Michigan the first crack at it. Both of these teams, as we've touched upon, 2 and 6. Michigan getting the better of Penn State earlier in the year in Ann Arbor.
Well, and the officials are setting the tone with a no tolerance, not even a blowing the whistle and calling a violation. So that sends a message to each faceoff man that the refs aren't.
That one, O'Keefe ties Duke's Justin Gutterding atop the all-time Division I men's lacrosse record. Arceri picks up the face-off as Penn State gets right back to work. Sickler feeds, move it quickly. Looking across, O'Keefe dishes down low. Malone, dip and dunk, he scores!
Aside from the turnover, this game could not have started any better for the Nittany Lions. Crisp ball movement, that has not been a problem for Penn State. Winning individual matchups this year has been an issue, but look at the nice recognition by Sam Sweeney. Dumps it down in the outstanding ball movement, and Malone is just naked underneath, and that's all due to ball movement. Zawada is the alpha, so good job, no harm there with the shorty matchup. Quick slide, but Zawada off the mark.
Michael Boehm, the freshman from Rocky River, Ohio, goals in 7 of 8 prior to today's action. Feed to a wide open. Stevenson fires, it scores! Ripping the top corner.
Extended possession. And Michigan just starting to settle in. They see their guy, Zawada, get some opportunity to go to cage. And Stevenson, great off ball, little skip, sets his feet. Colby Knies, we've seen it for a long time, Joe. He loves to crouch, and he loves to bait. And that time, Stevenson takes him down, and credit Kirchhoff. Cat-like reflexes, got there. Malone normally cans those opportunities, but yeah, interesting. Dylan Foulds now moving from the attack to the midfield. Just another adjustment in this such uncertain season with the injuries, and Foulds is a guy who's just worked his way into the lineup a couple years ago, has been a constant producer, and he's leading from the midfield.
Papa gets inside, he scores! Tyler Papa.
Michigan took a couple of haymakers early, went to their corner, got a drink of water, spit it out, readjust their mouthpiece, and now they're settling in. This is just lazy defense from Penn State. It's basically just two guys up top playing catch. Does anybody want to get in the middle and mark up on number 4?
Back to face-off duty. Arceri on the season at 56%. Rowlett gives everybody trouble with the way he battles. This comes up for Birch. Another flag down. Michigan soon to go shorthanded.
This is these officials are calling things incredibly tight. I'll have to look at the replay on that one, but that looked like a 50-50 call that's going to earn, I'm assuming it's going to be a push, but officials are calling it really tight, so they're setting a tone early in this contest.
Luke Mercer gets to the alley, feeds for TJ Malone, Penn State's leader in assists and points. Around the Mercer screen, the feed inside, Birch scores! Kenyon Birch. McCurry, who helped out Tyler Papa a few moments ago, running past Hawes. 6-on-6, Bonomi with a good speed. Zawada brings it around for Papa. 30 seconds in the shot clock for the Wolverines. Zawada finds Clay for a drive, he scores! Bryce Clay.
Gotta love the patience of this Michigan offense, just working it around. And Penn State, they've struggled with off-ball this year. This isn't terrible defense by the Nittany Lions. I think if you're coach Jeff Tambroni, you just want to get a stick in the gloves as Clay winds up. So Papa wearing the number 4 that Decker Corin sported a couple years ago. And there's Clay right there. Bad approach by Peck. You've got to come out and you've got to get a slap on that bottom hand. And Penn State will start without having to take a face-off.
Offside was the call. White jersey Penn State here at home in this 3-3 battle. Changing the formation. Sickler. Foulds on the outside. Rotated inside. Malone's open. He scores! On a beautiful set piece, it's TJ Malone.
Nothing really fancy out of this set. Really just a 2-3. And the ball was just being moved around, and Penn State had great spacing. Malone saw an opening, takes it, and takes the feed and pots it far post. There we're going to see a little exchange right there, and then everybody's ball watching for Michigan.
No fire just yet. Senior from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Had a couple of assists against Penn State in the first meeting. Get it back behind the cage. Boehm, sneak attack. He scores! Michael Boehm.
Two of the most important positions on the extra man are typically up top in the middle and then playing X, which is the area directly behind the goal. And the reason for that is they've got the greatest vision. They've got everything in front of them. And watch Boehm. Fake the feed, no one's gonna come down, I'll sneak, just get ever so much of an angle top side and sneak it. Look, he freezes the defense with that fake to his own as the stout netminder of this Wolverine team.
Boehm against Bolin, gets inside, Boehm on the dive! Count it! Michigan grabs the lead.
What a sweet shot by Boehm. Look at this footwork on the replay. Not just to stay out of the crease. He gets leverage on his body, but this shot, near post. Look at the approach. Good pick. Not a bad switch whatsoever, but look at that near post. Beautiful execution by
Big Ten standout presented by Auto Owners Insurance.
Wow. And it looks like hockey in his game as he operates behind the cage like that.
The way to bounce, draw contact, and use it and springboard it, to me, has a hockey relation to it.
I mean, this is a guy who's listed at 6 foot. If he's 6 foot, then I'm Michael Jordan.
Zawada from the angle scores.
And 155. But someone who does not fit that dimension at 6'1", 175 is Josh Zawada. And just a simple wheel on the extra man, which means as the ball rotates around the backside of the offense just spins. And Zawada fills the space vacated by Avery Myers. Myers just pumps it down.
White. Scoop it. O'Keefe off the face dodge. He fires, he scores! Let the Lions roar! Mac O'Keefe, the greatest goal scorer in Division I men's lacrosse history.
Take a bow, number 3. Panzermonium is alive and well during COVID in State College. With flair, no doubt. Little flip, not much real estate to work with. Pew! That was a thing of beauty, and I'm surprised that goal.
92 goals, 558 points. New Jersey's high school all-time leader in points on the lacrosse field.
Video game numbers.
Malone over the top. O'Keefe scores! Mac O'Keefe with a hat trick.
Cannot leave him alone. He's feeling it today. One of the sweetest strokes you'll ever see in men's lacrosse belongs to number 3, Mac O'Keefe. Starts on the other end with Colby Canese. Was screened a little bit on this shot. Watch him get that left leg out. Terrific save. That'll leave a mark. And then we're going to see Malone. The chemistry between Malone and O'Keefe has gotten much better, I feel, over the last couple of weeks. And today it's
to its entirety. Zawada's in no hurry now as he checks the overall game time and shot clock. 17 in the frame. Zawada, they trade him off. Miscommunication, Boehm inside. He scores. Michael Boehm with a hat trick.
You saw the cat and mouse game behind the cage with Myers, number 1, and Zawada, number 49. Under no circumstances were they going to allow the shorty to get switched off on Zawada. And that miscommunication right there.
Wow. Malone has it. There's a flag down. Still possession for O'Keefe and the Nittany Lions. Mac O'Keefe. Boehm. And then Foulds. Foulds, great look, quick stick. Oh, a beautiful finish for TJ Malone.
That was a thing of beauty. And we're seeing the dividends that Dylan Foulds is providing by running downhill and playing from the midfield. We've seen excellent vision out of the converted attackman so far here today. Flag down, you know you're going to get it back. Look at TJ Malone. Just creep around the backside of the cage, and then he front swings. And Foulds is like, hey man, I used to do that down on the...
McCurry teaming up on the outside with Boehm as he tries to swim past Sam Sweeney. Boehm feeds the crease, it deflects in. Boehm gets credit on a weird bounce.
Well, in addition to the little things that are going to determine the winner of this game, sometimes it's good to have Lady Luck on your side. Penn State had this well defended, quite honestly. Down the alley, trying to put it across to Boehm, and it just deflects off of the helmet of Alaric Fayok as he stepped out to intercept.
Curry picked up immediately by Grant Hawes. There's a lacrosse playing family.
Oh, no doubt.
McCurry on the go. Hawes lost his footing. McCurry fires, he scores!
The last Michigan goal, twofold. One, it shows that Lady Luck might be on their side. Two, you get Boehm going. And this one, you're just going to have McCurry get to the middle of the field. And another unfortunate circumstance for Penn State, as the defender just loses his footing, just slips. And McCurry is going to be able to get back to his left. Look at this sweep. Not bad defense. Hawes just slips, falls. McCurry gets to the middle of the field. No one's there because really a slide didn't have to come because Hawes
double. Shot clock's at 20 for Michigan. No shooting room for Papa. There's a flag down. Wolverines soon to go extra man.
It looked like a back check.
Zawada. That pass is perfectly placed for Bryce Clay. He rips it home. Three unanswered goals, Mark, and a 10-7 lead.
Lefty rip by another number 3, showing his own nice shooting stroke. It's going to start with the penalty behind the cage. Right there. Check on the back from Penn State. Jack Posey. And then look at Clay just hanging out. Braden Peck a little bit of ball watching. Clay doesn't need much. We've seen him work in tight windows. And that's similar to the goal he scored at this end.
Malone has 3 on the day, as does Mac O'Keefe. Boehm inverted. Feed there up top. Slingshot score! O'Keefe again.
Huge goal for Mac O'Keefe, H-U-G-E, with 1 second left in the shot clock. As Rayoum was hanging out, milking down that penalty clock, the shot clock was running as well. Mac O'Keefe, if you are the Michigan Wolverines and you have got the shot clock down in this neighborhood, you've got to find number 3 in white and blue. They do not, and he just steps into a seam. Ball watching, the worm burner.
Per game. They've been doing a decent job today, however. Wide open look, score! A bullet from Avery Myers.
It's been a rough welcome into the game for Fayok. Myers is just going to get free. Nothing fancy here. He's just kind of hanging out on the opposite side of the field. And the defensive rotation isn't able to get over there and quick enough, again, to get a stick in the gloves. Right there, Myers just steps in, stick side high. Fayok is struggling a little bit.
Michigan with a 4 spot in this third quarter to grab the lead. Sickler taken down to the turf. Up come the Wolverines, they're running. Long stick fire, he scores! Ryan Schreiber from deep. Matt Kelly, the short stick defensive midfielder, set him up, and Schreiber made no mistake.
The turnovers right now are killing Penn State. Schreiber, every man's dream, the long pole goal. Coming down in transition, they get the ball on the turf. Sickler loses his footing. Here come the Wolverines off to the races. And Schreiber almost didn't get this one off. Just right there, just missed it. The bullet. Held off a feisty Johns Hopkins team a week ago, and they've got a tremendous opportunity this Sunday night on BTN against those Terrapins.
Birch inside, on his way to the goal, he scores! Canyon Birch.
Great timeout taken by Jeff Tambroni and his staff. 38 seconds left in the third quarter, and you're kind of thinking, why burn the timeout now? But I thought that Jeff Tambroni sensed that this game was really getting away from them, and he needed to get his guys to the sideline sooner than later. And this is just a good ball movement. Canyon Birch has been active all night long, takes the feed, is able to pull it back. Beautiful little face dodge, actually, can limit Michigan's looks. And with the shot clock violation, they feel like getting the ball back in that fashion. They have the juice to score and trim down this Wolverine advantage.
Malone picked up by McCabe. Malone turns the corner, scores! T.J. Malone would not be denied.
Terrific individual effort by T.J. Malone, and the momentum that Penn State was able to snatch after that timeout late in the third quarter has carried over here into the fourth stanza. Nothing fancy here, just a little rollback. You get top side. Kirikov came upfield a little too much. I think he probably wishes he would have held the pipe because he runs the ball and keep possession. They get a reset of the 80-second shot clock.
Darby to defend on Malone. Darby, formerly of Darien High School, all they were 68-1 during his time. This one just squirts through. Rayoum makes it a 1-goal game.
Penn State feasting on matchups behind the cage. Once more, nothing fancy about this, but you gotta like the fancy handiwork of Braden Peck. Punch the sky, young man. Take the ball away in the middle of the field. Good no call. And then we come the other way. Rayoum operating behind the cage. Pop, I think, for whatever reason, thought he was going to have help. Top side, doesn't close out. and 26
minutes to go in the fourth.
Penn State, again, that zone just seemed to throw Michigan off a little bit, and it's energized the Nittany Lions.
Birch for Foulds, inside O'Keefe, bullseye! 12-12.
Kevin Conry may need to burn a timeout to stem this momentum generated by the Penn State Nittany Lions. Unbelievable. Mac O'Keefe, off ball. Watch him mirror, little backdoor cut. Once he saw 46 in the maize and blue look upfield, bye-bye.
Foulds on the outside. Playing catch with Reum against Cosgrove. Gets underneath, Cosgrove recovers. Reum dancing pretty close to that crease. Shot clock's at 17. Malone fenced in by Whitney. Great pass, Foulds inside, he scores! Dylan Foulds.
Foulds may be playing midfield, but he still has the handles of a crease attackman. And Kevin Conry's just looking for some answers. Not bad defense by Michigan, but there's a miscommunication inside where two guys are going to vacate that crease area and leave Dylan Foulds. And how about the underhand shovel shot, and watch him fall away to his left. Why is that important? Because he knows he's going to end up in the crease, and he can't go in the goal mouth. You land in the goal mouth, no dice, and does a beautiful job of controlling.
Their leading scorer with the ball, working in against Cardeal. Penn State's best at this end of the field. Zawada stopping and starting. Looking back, there's Boehm. Boehm waits. Feeds the wing, Myers, rotate it. Jackson scores! Jacob Jackson with a dart.
For the first time in a long time, Michigan got what they wanted, and that was Boehm behind the cage, unguarded. Defense hung up. Let's take a look at how Michigan got the ball. Shot, looked like it hit Kirikoff. It had to be maybe a crease violation, is what it was. And then Boehm's behind the cage, breaks the integrity of the Penn State defense. The one more up top to Jacob Jackson.
Cregan win a month ago. Down to 20 seconds left. High drama at Panzer Stadium between two teams that are 2-6. You couldn't tell by the way they played today. Great pass. It's deflected. It got away. Over and back was the call with 6 seconds left. O'Keefe running. O'Keefe will rag time, and the siren horn sounds, ending regulation. This game ready for him. Jack Whitney against Malone, who wants to work around the screen set by Sickler. Malone, all sorts of moves, gets inside. Stopped there behind the back shot that didn't get through. They're going to keep possession for Penn State.
Yeah, not crazy about, I'm not sure what they call it, a push to give the ball back to Penn State. Not crazy about that one-on-one from the middle of the field. I mean, if it's not there, move the ball. And Penn State has had a great job behind the cage at X, winning matchups, but also their off-ball has been terrific.
Sickler on the dead run against Cosgrove. Over the top it comes, O'Keefe! Scores! Mac O'Keefe on senior day does in the Wolverines.
That he scored with 1 second on the shot clock. If you're Michigan, you've got to watch number 3 in white and blue. But watch when Sickler went behind the cage, watch O'Keefe just float to the top, his sweet spot, and it's lights out. What an ending